Conscendo Sodalitas. Recognition in full unity. The endless labyrinths of form. Greetings, beloved fratres and sorores of Conscendo. Complexity is confined to the adventures we traverse in the infinite worlds of form, with their limitless and particular physical laws. The intricate labyrinths of the mind lead us to endless environments, where one discovery opens a spectrum of possibilities for further discoveries in an unending sequence. As the recognition of unity unfolds, all physical and mathematical laws, all conventions, indeed all concepts become obsolete, for they dissolve into full unity. Within the scenarios of form, consciousness dons infinite masks, each governed by its own laws, its own dances of cause and effect. Here, the mind, in its intrinsic nature, weaves labyrinths of concepts, time, space, duality, separation. Any fractal universe, any timeline, is a stage where consciousness explores itself through equations, narratives, and paradoxes. A galaxy spirals according to the laws of gravity. A heart beats in biological rhythms. A thought unfolds into ideas that generate new ideas. Each discovery is a door to a new corridor. Each answer, the prelude to a new question. These worlds, though beautiful and intricate, are temporary constructs. The mind, in its exploratory essence, delights in multiplicity, in the play of light and shadow that shapes the formless. It categorizes, names, separates, self and other, past and future, real and illusory. Yet these concepts, however sophisticated, are but transient veils, created to give coherence to the dream of consciousness. They are tools of duality, useful only while consciousness ventures upon the stage of separation. As we awaken, the veils of form begin to dissolve. In the planes of unity, where consciousness discards the garments of duality, the laws governing material stages lose their sway. Gravity gives way to the lightness of being. Linear time collapses into the eternity of the now. Space, with its distances and boundaries, reveals itself as a mind's illusion. Here, the conventions of logic, mathematics, language, all anchors sustaining the labyrinths of form, become obsolete, like maps of lands that never existed. In this state of understanding, consciousness begins to recognize its own unified nature. There are no more laws to follow, for the source is governed by nothing but itself. There is no more other to comprehend, for all is the I am. The spirit of unity is not a mental achievement, but a shedding of the mind. It is not learning, but unlearning. It is the recognition of the primordial state, ever present, where consciousness, free of concepts, rests in its own plenitude. In full unity, all concepts disintegrate, for there is no need for distinctions. Solipsism, shared or pure, dissolves, for there is no mind to be the only reality. The duality between creator and creation fades, for there is no separation between the dreamer and the dream. Even the notion of unity becomes a transient concept, for in the absence of multiplicity, there is no need to name what simply is. Consciousness is like an infinite ocean, where each wave, each drop, appears distinct as it dances upon the surface. Every wave carries its form, its motion, its story. Yet, when diving into the depths, all waves return to the same ocean, indistinguishable one. Thus are concepts. On the surface of mental scenarios, they shine with purpose and meaning. In the depths of unity, they merge into the silence of being. In this state, there are no more questions, for there is no one to ask. There are no more discoveries, for all is already known. Complexity, with its labyrinths and spectra of possibilities, reveals itself as a loving illusion, a game consciousness created to delight in its own infinitude. What remains is absolute simplicity. Not empty simplicity, but the fullness of all that needs no names to be. And in this understanding, we live in the concrete planes with the lucidity of one who already rests in stillness, beyond concepts, dancing with physical laws, knowing they are illusions, loving forms, knowing they are reflections, creating, knowing that nothing needs to be created. It is the art of conscious detachment, where each moment is lived intensely, yet without attachment, with passion, yet without possession. When we look into another's eyes, we know there is no other, but consciousness contemplating itself. When we face a challenge, we know it is consciousness inviting us to recall our totality. When we conceive ideas or unravel mysteries, we know they are but echoes of primordial silence. To live thus is to transform the earthly game into a celebration of unity, where each act, each breath, is a hymn to the source we are. In the end, even the desire to dissolve concepts dissolves. The search for unity reveals itself as illusory as separation, for we were never separate. Consciousness, in its essence, has never ceased to be one. The mental stages, with all their complexities, are merely dreams it dreams without ever ceasing to be itself. What we call awakening is not a movement out of the labyrinths, but a resting in consciousness where there is no space to traverse, where there is nothing beyond being. In the eternity of the I Am, with sincere vows of awakening. Conscendo Sodalitas.